This is DC Danton Crusader. Bryant went out and fed the birds this morning because I was up a lot of the night with Miele, who had a seizure last Saturday. I'm back. I've been out with a killer flu all these weeks. A few days after I arrived from Seattle, I was flat on my back. With a virus, I have to say, for me, was much worse than COVID. It was really, really awful. And of course it developed, it was very much in the lungs, and I developed then bronchitis, and I really couldn't speak. Actually, yesterday was the turning point where I was able to talk without coughing. So it was, it's been hard being away from the birds, but they've been fed every single day, and Bryant did that. So I'm very grateful to him for that. Today is April 10th. This morning, while he was feeding the birds, he was accosted by the new managers of the shopping center. Evidently, the shopping center is under new management. I'm not sure if that means it's under new management or it's been sold. I'm not quite 100% sure. But of course, they accosted him and reamed him out for feeding the birds. Anyway, I wanted to come this morning, but I was late getting things together, and Bryant wanted to leave rather early. So, I don't even see how tall the grass is. Little Luka is right here feeding. What I'm going to do is throw down a couple of cashews. The Hayfully people are back, and now they know that I'm back. And so they know that I'm not going to take any of their funny business anymore. It's been very hard. I don't know if I explained to you about the court case, but I'll explain that later in the next few days. But it basically means we need to be out of here by November 30th, which is not enough time, so it's extremely stressful. And I wonder if that stress didn't compromise my immune system when I caught this terrible killer flu. I have no idea. Of course, you can still hear that I'm sick, and I still am, but I'm good enough. There goes our little Luka. There goes our Luka. There he goes. So glad to be out here, to finally be able to start making videos. So, I'm going to throw down a couple of cashews. Perhaps the crows are here. Not many pigeons today, and Brian's been feeding the sparrows down at the end of the street. So, we'll get out here. And I brought a couple of cashews just as a little welcome, even though they did get their little treats this morning. But I wanted to make sure he hasn't been giving out too many cashews. And I think I'm going to, not that I'll save this. And we're headed off to the computer store. Saved our little pennies and bought Bryant. I have my son on my mind. Of course, his computer died right in the middle of the trial. That was very, very hard because we needed some information off of it on the server. The UPC, the company that provides the internet service, couldn't provide some very key emails that we weren't able to retrieve off the PC because the hard drive died, and yeah. So we took that information off, but we have no place to put it on until we got a new laptop. And it took us this long to save the money to get that. So we now have it. Be loading up, stopping at the computer store today and getting that. But anyway, I wanted to come out here and make a quick video and to let you know that things are starting up at the shopping center again with the new management. I'm sure that I will be stalked and accosted here on the field with time, and we'll get them on video, because I'm just not going to stand for any of that. Also, the fact that they're under suspicion of poisoning the birds, for sure, 100%. I know that Georg Schmidt has been poisoning birds on the rooftop. He killed Charlie, and of course I'm going to be relaying all that to them. And so I'm not finished with them or Migros, which is also responsible for allowing all of this to transpire. But anyway, there's a lot going on, and a lot of things to come in the next few days. And we'll see how it all ends up here, won't we? So, of course, it's just a matter of time before this land is built on, and the days are numbered for our birds. Our little Seymour is still coming every single day religiously. He absolutely must have his eggs, and he gets them every day. We're just doing once a day feeding. I think you hear that's Seymour up there. He sees that Mama's back. Okay, so yes, and I put out at least a dozen eggs every day, and I'm sure Seymour's getting at least 4 to 5 of those eggs, and that's really probably enough, being that it's not so cold. This is the coldest. Yesterday's the coldest day we had so far. It's been actually up to 30 Celsius. Unseasonably warm, really. Not very good for the blossoming trees. Blossoms came out way too early this year. We still could have a frost. It's still too early. So we'll see how that weather's been. Very, very strange. Anyway, it's good to be back. I'm not 100%. I still have, achy joints and so forth, but I want to get out here and start making videos. It's just been way too long, and I really missed all of you, and I really miss my birds. This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. So good to be back. I'll be loading this video up today, and then we'll see if our little crows come down and get their cashews. And we have our little sparrows down here, Petey's down here. Brian's been feeding them by the fire hydrant to make sure that they get their sunflower seeds. And you can see there's still plenty of seed here left on the field, but all the good stuff is gone. Anyway, gotta move on. Good to be back. Gotta take Miele in tomorrow morning. He bit his tongue severely again with his seizure Saturday night, so it'll take another 3 weeks to heal. I have no idea. I have no idea why he had seizure. The only thing I can think of, he needs to have more infusions. That is the only thing that I can think of, because he had his vitamins and all his good things in his therapy. I was force feeding at least 3 to 4 times a day, and then he's just beginning to eat. Everything was looking rosy, and then he had seizure. So it was very, very bad. I just don't know what to make of it. Anyway, and by the way, I was in bed sleeping. There was no one disturbing him or causing him, in some situation where he got nervous, which would trigger the seizure. No, nothing. Seizure came right as poor Miele was sleeping and I was sleeping, and threw him off the bed. It was very bad. So yes, a lot of things happening. Nothing good to say right now, but you'll hear this story until I leave this land. Anyway, this is DC Danton Crow Crusader. Have a good Wednesday. I don't know if I'll make a video tomorrow morning because I have Miele in the car. We'll see how that all goes. All I hear is little Seymour in the background. We'll be having video every day from this point forward. This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. Missed you all. So glad to be back, and you'll be hearing from me tomorrow. Have a good one. Love your birds, stay healthy, and fight the good fight. This is DC Danton, Crusader, over and out.